Plastic. It is no secret that we use a lot of the stuff to contain our food and drinks, to electronics, to our clothes. It's everywhere. A big problem is our addiction to single-use plastics. Bottles, plastic bags, cups, straws. Globally, we consume 100 million tons of plastic every year. This is a really big number, and it's really hard to even visualise how much that is. So I've gone on a wee tour of Glasgow to help visualise just the scale of the problem.
Take this simple single 500ml water bottle. To produce this one water bottle takes 160 grams of petroleum oil. It takes 7 litres of water, and that, including all the energy that's used, is 100 grams of CO2 greenhouse emissions, which is about 5 times bigger than the weight of the bottle itself. Now, 100 grams might not seem that much, but when you account it for all of the UK in total, it really adds up. In the UK alone, we consume 12 billion of these every year. That's 170 per person per year. Now I'm at the Glasgow Science Centre, right at the base of the Glasgow Science Centre observation tower, and I'm just going to show you, when you add all that together, just how big of a problem we actually have. In the UK alone, we consume 32 million plastic water bottles every single day. Now if you stood these all upright, put them together, you would get a circle 1 kilometre wide. That is the distance from here to the Science Centre tower that you can see in the distance over there. Every week in the UK alone, we produce enough plastic bottles to cover 2,500 square metres. That's the same distance as here at Glasgow Uni, where I did my undergrad, and it's very nostalgic, all the way over to the Science Centre, which you might be able to see right over in the distance there.
And every year, well, this reaches 11,000 square metres. Enough to cover all of Glasgow in plastic bottles. And this is just plastic bottles in the UK alone. When we look at the global problem, we have to zoom out even further. We produce enough plastic every year to cover the entire UK in a layer of plastic 1 metre high. And that's not the worst of it. Because the majority of this plastic is thrown away and not recycled, a lot of it ends up in rivers, polluting our oceans and ending up in our food chain. Plastic doesn't decompose, it just breaks down into smaller and smaller pieces until we end up with about 70 grams of plastic in our own bodies every single year. By some estimates, there's going to be a higher tonnage of plastic in our oceans than there will be fish by the year 2040. Now, you might remember from a couple of years ago there was that Great Ocean Cleanup project started on Kickstarter. Now, my YouTuber friend Adam has made a whole video on that. His channel is really informative, really funny. I would go and check out his video for sure, because it talks about the pros of that project, what's gone wrong, what we can do to change, and is really closely tied in with this project. So go check him out. I'll leave a link in the description, pinned message, and I'll leave a card as well to his direct video. But the problem is bigger than just going out and fishing the plastic, and it's way bigger than just replacing our plastic straws. What we need is societal change. We need to vote for people who make sensible decisions when it comes to the environment. We need to lobby our local representatives to bring in proper recycling schemes. In fact, in Scotland, after years of work by some amazing groups, we finally are going to implement a bottle deposit return scheme, which is so much needed, because that's just going to get everyone returning their bottles instead of just like throwing them away. We're very proud of our drinks consumption, right? Iron Brew is the best drink in the world, and we will not stop drinking that. But if we can return our bottles for our 20p, then that will just give us a sense of Scottish pride that no other country will have. But I urge you, become a low waste champion in your local area. Talk to your friends and family about what changes they can make to reduce their own plastic usage. These things snowball. After my zero waste month, my family have started recycling more, my boyfriend recycles more, a lot of people at work have started bringing in like beeswax strips instead of cling film, and or talking about what changes they can make, if we have an impact locally, that adds up to global impact. And then ask yourself, do you really need to drink that bottle of water? Anyway, I'll see you next time and enjoy these clips of Glasgow Uni.